of a few real people who report and firmly believe that they have been abducted by aliens. But there are a lot of other people whose stories were not told in tonight's movie. People who have gone through experiences that are remarkably similar to what the people in the movie went through. Tonight, in the first part of a special series, Joe Webb talks to some local people who've seen the Intruders and asks, are we alone?
280 up, we'll take one.
The Intruders movie is not set in Cincinnati, but according to UFO abduction experts, it could be set about any place in America. Artist Bud Hopkins wrote the book Intruders. He says chances are you know someone who's had a close encounter.
1 in every 50 Americans is an abductee.
Those numbers are hard to support, but don't sound quite so outrageous when you see pictures like this. You hear folks talk about the numbers of UFO sightings. It's something of a sport in Gulf Breeze, Florida, where watchers gather and are rarely disappointed. This glowing orb was captured on tape by a crew from a Houston television station. It hovered for 6 minutes and spun around. The tower at a nearby naval air station never saw it on radar. No one can explain it. Cincinnati has had its share of unexplained sightings. In August of 1949, the Cincinnati Post reported balls of fire in the sky witnessed by thousands. Paul Cook was 7 at the time and saw the ball of fire in a spotlight at a Norwood church fair.
The object's up there, and other objects, 5 of them shot down from the object into the light. And some people are looking, some weren't, you know.
Paul says he isn't sure if he's ever been abducted by aliens, but 3 or 4 dozen Cincinnatians are. Peggy Black says she was taken from her Coleraine Township home in 1973. John Hegger was lifted from a Covington rooftop in 1951. Their stories and sketches are eerily similar to thousands of others.
I can remember sitting near something that was like a window. There was a being on the other side of me, and I remember seeing a planet that had a ring around it.
I remember being on a spaceship, looking out a window at the universe, as I've never but ever seen it before, you know, like no atmospheric conditions or whatever, just clear out. And I can remember these little faces like this, you know, and how they talk to you without talking.
The physical descriptions of their visitors are virtually identical. Big heads, big eyes, and 2 different heights.
The ones that had come into my living room, there was like a little group of maybe 4 or 5 shorter ones. I guess you're talking roughly 4.5 feet tall. Then there was one that appeared to be a little bit taller.
There's small ones and there's a tall one.
Both John and Peggy have undergone hypnotherapy to recall their encounters. Both have also been ridiculed for coming forward and are starting a support group for people with similar experiences. Tomorrow, we'll continue our look into this growing phenomenon and how it is being seriously discussed among scholars at Harvard and MIT. We'll also introduce you to investigators who've made a life's work out of trying to prove or disprove what thousands of Americans know in their minds is real. Joe Webb, Channel 9 News.